towards the, oh, I see. You need always to read 20 page numbers towards the to the announced page numbers. Sorry again with the sound. I will at some point get it how to click right. Welcome, Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. We will begin on page 412 with the first blessing, recalling that Pesach is the festival of freedom. Now is the time to move out of the narrow space. The eye is the starting place, never the arrival. The journey outwards begins now. Page 414 on the festival service, Modeh ani lefanecha. Modeh ani lefanecha. Melech Chai v'Kayam, Shehezata bi nishmati, b'chemla ba'emunatecha, modeh ani lefanecha, Melech Chai v'Kayam, Shehezata bi nishmati, b'chemla ba'emunatecha. On page 420, we have a blessing for our body and our souls. And on days like these, where we are not free to walk in nature, where we have to stay at home, it is very important that we really focus on the health of our bodies, on the health of our soul, and that we give them the attention they need. And the first blessing includes a blessing of God as the source of health and the healer of all life. Praise to you, eternal our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them is wrongly opened or closed, it would be impossible to endure and stand before you. Baruch atah Adonai Rofei kol basar mafli la'asot. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who heals all flesh, working wondrously.
May God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, eternal my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Baruch atah Adonai, asher beyado nefesh kol chai veruach kol basar ish. Praised are you, Eternal One, in whose hands is every living soul and the breath of humankind.
The following section, the Nisim B'chol Yom, is read by Shinomezi Mokono and her children, who have recorded those blessings of the daily miracles, the awareness, how our life is guided by so many little things that make this life so wonderful and wondrous. So please listen to Shinomezi and her children when they recite for us the Nisim B'chol Yom, starting on page 424.
Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam, who frees the captive. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam, who leads the fallen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who clothes the naked. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who gives strength to the weary. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who removes sleeps from the eyes, slumber from the eyelids. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who made me in the image of God. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me free. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me a Jew. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who guides Israel with strength. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who crowns Israel with splendor. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Amen.
Thank you, Shinomezi and family. This was awesome, and we will hear throughout this service more voices from congregants. We continue on page 438 with the Baruch She'amar. If you have the online edition, it's 458. Baruch She'amar v'haya ha'olam,
Baruch Hu,
Baruch Ozer Bereshit,
Baruch Shemo,
Baruch Omer ve'oseh,
Baruch Hu,
Baruch Ozer umekayem,
Baruch Shemo,
Baruch merachem al haaretz,
Baruch Hu,
Baruch merachem al habriyot,
Baruch Shemo,
Baruch meshalem zachatov lire'av,
Baruch Hu,
Baruch ha'ela'ad mekayam lanetzach,
Baruch Shemo,
Baruch bodeh u'matzeh,
Baruch Shemo.
With songs of praise we exalt you and proclaim your sovereignty, for you are the source of life in the universe, one God, life of the universe, praised and glorious ruler. Your name is eternal. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal batishbachot. The righteous bloom like a date palm. They thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the Eternal One's house, they flourish in our God's courts. In old age, they still produce fruit. They are full of sap and freshness, attesting that God is upright, my rock, in whom there is no wrong. Tzadik katama yifrach, yifrach, tzadik katama yifrach. Tzadik katama yifrach, yifrach, tzadik katama yifrach. Ke'eres balbanon yizke, ke'eres balbanon yizke, ke'eres balbanon yizke, yizke. Shetulim beved Adonai, shetulim beved Adonai, bechatzot Eloheinu nu yaflichu. Od Yeruvun beseva, od Yeruvun beseva, od Yeruvun beseva, od Yeruvun beseva. Deshenim vera'anim, deshenim vera'anim, deshenim vera'anim yiyu. Lehagid ki yasha Adonai, lehagid ki yasha Adonai, tzuri ve'lo avlatavot. Our next stop is the Ashrei, this morning read by Carla and Elisa, and they have once again wonderfully contributed to our service. Please listen to them. The reading begins on page 442. Ashrei Yoshvei Betecha.
Ashrei Yoshvei Betecha, Ur Hallelujah Selah. Ashrei ha'am shekacha lo, Ashrei ha'am she'Adonai Elohav. Tehillah leDavid. Armi memcha Elohai ha'melech, Avrecha shimcha le'olam va'ed. B'chol yom avar cheka, va'ala shimcha le'olam va'ed. Gadol Adonai mechulal me'od, ul'gedulato en cheker. Dor lador yashbach ma'asecha, ugvurotecha yagidu. Hadar kivod hodecha, v'divrei niflotecha asicha. Ve'ezuz norotecha yomeru, ugdulatecha asaprena. Zokerav tuvecha yabi'u, v'tzidektecha yeranenu. Chanun v'rachum Adonai, erech apayim, ugdol chased. Tov Adonai l'chol v'rachamav, al kol ma'asav. Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chasidecha yavachucha. Kavod malchutecha yomeru, ugvoratecha yadaberu. Lehodia livnei ha'adam gevurotav, uchvod hadar malchuto. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, v'memshaltecha b'chol dor vador. Somech Adonai l'chol ha'noflim, v'zokef l'chol ha'kfufim. Ene kol elecha yesaberu, ve'ata noten lehem et achlam be'ito. Poteach et yadecha, umasbi'a l'chol chai ratzon. Tzadik Adonai b'chol derachav, v'chasid b'chol ma'asav. Karov Adonai l'chol kor ahav, l'chol asher yikra'uhu ve'emet. Ratzon yere'av v'aseh ve'et sheva'atam yishma v'oshiyem. Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav, ve'et kol har sha'im yashmid. Tehillat Adonai yedaber pihi, yevarech kol basar shem kodsho le'olam va'ed. ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. הללויה.
Thank you so much to Carla and to Lisa for singing for us the Shacharit. We continue with it. Psalm 150. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah, 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 bekocho, hallelujah, bekiauzo, hallelujah, bikurotav, hallelujah, kerov gulo, hallelujah, 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 beteka shofar, hallelujah, nevel bechino, hallelujah, betov umachot, hallelujah, betilim veugav, hallelujah, 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 tzitzei shama, hallelujah, tzitzei gdua, kol haneshama hallelujah, 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 kol haneshama hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Page 449. Shochen admahom kadosh shemo וכתוב עלינו צדיקים באדוני לישרים נאווה תהילה בפי ישרים תתהלל ובדברי צדיקים תתברך ובלשון חסידים תתרומם ובקרב קדושים תתקדש. In the multitude of choirs of your people, the house of Israel, your name is to be glorified in joy in every generation, O our sovereign. Yishtabach Shemcha La'ad Malkeinu Ha'el HaMelech HaGadol HaKadosh B'Shamayim U'Ba'aretz Ki Lecha Na'eh Adonai Eloheinu Ve'Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu Shir Shvacha Hallel Ve'Zimra Osem Menshala Netzach Gidula U'Gvura Tehila V'Tiveret Kedusha U'Malchut Brachot Ve'odot Brachot Ve'odot Be'ata Ve'ad Olam Baruch Ata Adonai El Melech Gadol Batishbachot El Odot Adon HaNiflaot Haboche B'Sherei Zimra Melech Elchei HaOlamim. Please turn to page 453. Our festival is a season of calling, entreating us to listen to the voice behind, the passing angels, the shofar, the wind, and the word. Let us bless. Nevarech.
In the beginning, even then, a new light was sown for the righteous, a promise that your light would become the catalyst, first for order and then for hope. Author of language and light, help us to use words as you have, to cast light into dark waters and draw out justice and truth. Baruch Ata Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot.
Page 457. Our rabbis taught 630 mitzvot were given to Moses.
Micah reduced them to 3. Do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God.
Isaiah based all the mitzvot upon 2 of them. Keep justice and righteousness.
Amos saw one guiding principle upon which all 613 are founded. Seek me and live.
Habakkuk expounded the Torah on the basis of a single thought. The righteous shall live by their faith.
Akiba taught, the great principle of the Torah is expressed in this mitzvah. You shall love your neighbor as yourself.
But Ben Azai found a principle even more fundamental. This is the story of humanity. When God created us, God made us in the divine image.
And Hillel summed up the Torah in its maxim. What is hateful to you, do not do to others. The rest is commentary. You must go and study it.
Baruch
Ata Adonai, Habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
And once again we will ask Fiona to lead us in the Shema. Have a moment, breathe, think of your loved ones, and think of the unity with the eternal Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them be a symbol before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, Daber el bnei Yisrael, Va'amarta alehem, Va'asu lahem tzitzit al kanfe vigdehem ledorotam, V'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf ptil techelet. V'haya lachem letzitzit, uritem oto, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם, ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם. The Eternal One said to Moses, Speak to the Israelite people, and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all God's commandments and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes in your lustful urge. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
I, the Eternal One, have called you to righteousness, and taken you by the hand, and kept you. I have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations.
We are Israel, witness to God's covenant with our people.
This is the covenant I make with Israel. I will place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I will be your God, and you will be my people.
We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of race or nation, possession or power.
Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters, and righteousness as mighty stream.
We are Israel, schooled in the suffering of the oppressed.
Violence shall no longer be heard in your land, desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children shall be taught of God, and great shall be the peace of your children.
We are Israel, our God, when we are witnessing your will and messengers of your truth.
You are my witnesses, says God, and my servant, whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me.
We are Israel, when we proclaim you, the God of freedom, as did our ancestors on the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha neheda b'kodesh, nora tehilot, o sefer, shicha chadasha shibru geulim, lesimchat tzfat hayam yachad kulam, hodu v'himlichu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. We'll now enter the moment where we have the Amidah. This is the festival Amidah with a special edition, a blessing for the festival day. So after the Kiddushah, which we will hear by the choir, we will, or I will add the reading for the festival, and then we give you a short moment for your own thoughts and blessings. We're on page 466, and then immediately turn to page 468 with the beginning of the Amidah. Zu Yisrael. Zu Yisrael, Kuma Bezrat Yisrael. Uvtechinu mecha Yehuda Yisrael, Go'aleinu Adonai Tzevaot Shemo, Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, God Yisrael. Amen.
Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak,
Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח עומד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים. זומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממיד ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. נקדש את שמך העולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאיך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו, מה אדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו, והוא ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el
HaKadosh.
You have chosen us in love and favor by making us holy through your mitzvot and drawing us closer to your service, that through us your great and holy name may become known in all the earth. ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, שבתות למנוחה ומועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים לששון. את יום השבת הזה, את יום חג המצות הזה, זמן חירותנו, מקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים. 180 אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, יעלה ויבוא ויזכר בזיכרוננו, בזיכרון כל עמך בית ישראל, לפניך לטובה, לכן ולחסד ולרחמים ולחיים לשלום, ביום חג המצות הזה. זוכנו אדוני אלוהינו בו לטובה,
אמן.
ובעובדנו בו לברכה,
אמן.
והושיענו בו לחיים,
אמן.
ועשיינו אדוני אלוהינו ברכת מועדיך לחיים ולשלום, לשמחה ולששון, כאשר רצית ואמרת לברכנו אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, רצה ומחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך, ותן חלקנו בתורתך, שבענו מטובך ושמחנו בשורתך, וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת, והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון, בשמחה ובששון, שבת ומועדי קודשך. וישמחו בך ישראל מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת לישראל והזמנים. Page 492, we have the Oseh Shalom. Please join us.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imhu amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imu amen. Hu ya'aseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Hu ya'aseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Hu ya'aseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Hu ya'aseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
V'imru amen. Every festival day is marked by an additional set of prayers. They are called the Hallel, the words of praise, the songs of praise. In our Siddurim we have on page 560, 561 in the online plus 20 the set of the Hallel as it is as we sing it in the progressive, in the Reformed tradition, page 560. Please join us for this set of wonderful praises to the Eternal. We begin with a blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et ha'halel. Praise to the Eternal, our God, Sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to sing hymns of praise. Hallelujah. Hallelu avdei Adonai, Hallelu et Shem Adonai, Yehi Shem Adonai mevorach, me'ata ve'ad olam, mimizrach shemen ahad mevo'o, mehulal Shem Adonai, amal kol goyim Adonai, al hashamayim kevodo, mikadonai Eloheinu, hamabihil ashared, hamishpili lirot, ashamayim uvaretz, mikimhi me'afadar, me'ashpot yarim evyon, lehoshili im nedivei amo, moshivi akeret habayit, em hamanim semecha, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Betzeit Yisrael mi Mitzrayim, Beit Yaakov me'ad lo'ez. Betzeit Yisrael mi Mitzrayim, Beit Yaakov me'ad lo'ez. Hayta Yehuda lekodsho, Yisrael mamshelotav, hayam ra'ah ve'yanos, hayarden yisov le'acho, harim rakdu chelim, gevaot kivnei tzon. Malecha hayam, kitanus, hayarden, tisov le'acho, harim, tirkdu chelim, gevaot kivnei tzon, milivnei Adon, chuli haaretz, milivnei Eloha Yaakov, Ofi Hatzu,
Ahovi Hatzu,
Agamayim,
Agamayim,
Halamish,
Halamish,
Lemayno Mahayim,
Lemayno Mahayim.
The Infinite One is mindful of us. Yevarech et Beit Yisrael, Yevarech et Beit Aharon, Yevarech Yehi Adonai, Hakdanim im Hagdolim, Yosef Adonai Alechem, Alechem me'al menechem, Bruchim atem l'Adonai, Oseh shamayim ba'aretz, Hashamayim shamayim l'Adonai, Ve'ha'arez natan libnei Adam, Lo hametim yahaleluya, Ve'lo kol yudei duma, Ve'anachnu nevarech ya, Me'ata ve'ad olam, Hallelujah, hallelujah. How can I repay the Eternal One for God's bounties to me? I raise up the cup of deliverance and invoke the name of God. I will pay my vows to the Eternal One in the presence of all God's peoples. The death of God's faithful ones is grievous in God's sight.
O God, I am your servant, the son of your maidservant. You have undone the cords that bound me. I will sacrifice a thanks offering to you and invoke the name of God. I will pay my vows to you in the presence of all God's people, in the courts of the house of God, in the midst of Jerusalem. Hallelujah!
Hallelujah, Shema kol Elohim, Hashem Echehu kol haomim, ki gam aleinu chasdo, ve'emet Adonai leolam. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki leolam chasdo. Yomarna Yisrael ki leolam chasdo. Yomruna Beit Aharon ki leolam chasdo. Yomruna yir'ei Adonai ki leolam chasdo. In distress I called on God, who answers me and brought me relief. God is on my side, I have no fear. What can a mortal do to me? With God on my side as my helper, I will see the downfall of my foes. It is better to take refuge in God than to trust in mortals. It is better to take refuge in God than to trust in the great.
All nations have beset me. By the name of God I will surely cut them down. They beset me, they surround me. By the name of God I will surely cut them down. They have beset me like bees. They shall be extinguished like burning thorns. By the name of God I will surely cut them down. You pressed me hard, I nearly fell, but the Eternal One helped me. The Eternal One is my strength and might. God has become my deliverance. The tents of the victorious resound with joyous shouts of deliverance. The right hand of God is triumphant. I shall not die but live, and proclaim the works of the Eternal One. God punished me severely, but did not hand me over to death.
Tzaddik Hashal Adonai Tzadikim Yavovo Ota ki anitani Vatei Lishua Ota ki anitani Vatei Lishua Even masu habonim Haita lerosh pitna Even masu habonim Haita lerosh pitna Bet Adonai tahazod Hi nivnot beineinu Mehet Adonai tahazod Hi nivnot beineinu Ze hayom Adonai nahagila v'nismecha bo. Ze hayom Adonai nahagila v'nismecha bo. Anna Adonai Hoshiana, Anna Adonai Hoshiana, Anna Adonai Hatzlichana, Anna Adonai Hatzlichana. The stone that the builders reject has become the chief cornerstone. This is God's doing. It is marvelous in our sights. This is the day that God has made. Let us exult and rejoice on it. Eternal One, deliver us. Eternal One, let us prosper. Eternal One, deliver us. Eternal One, let us prosper. May the one who enters be blessed in the name of God, who bless from the house of God. The eternal is God.
God has given us light. Bind the festal offering to the horns of the altar with cords. You are my God, and I will praise you. You are my God, and I will exalt you. Praise God, for it is good. God's steadfast love is eternal.
Together, all your works will praise you, eternal our God, and your faithful ones, the righteous who do your will. And all your people, the house of Israel, thank you in joyous song, and bless, praise, glorify, exalt, sanctify, and proclaim the sovereignty of your name. For it is good to give you thanks and to sing praises to your name, because throughout all time to eternity you are God. Blessed are you, Eternal One, the Sovereign who is praised in songs. Baruch atah Adonai melech mehulal batishbachot. This was the Hallel. And there is a story or an understanding with the reading of the Hallel that it is a set of praise. And when the Israelites went through the Sea of Reeds, and the Egyptians after them were drowning in the waters, the Israelites will start singing, and we will read the Shir Hayam on Thursday as part of our service on Thursday. But the angels also wanted to sing and wanted to be part of this joyful praise of God for the deliverance. But God calmed the angels down and said, please remember, these were also my creatures who were drowning in the sea. And therefore it is tradition on Pesach only to sing the full Hallel actually on the first day of Pesach, and in the following days to shorten it. This is what we did, which is also the progressive tradition. but to limit our joy a little bit in remembrance of those who were killed as part of the liberation. And I think this is relevant for all liberation struggles and for every moment when we try to get out of prison, of a prison situation, then we also have to understand that force often is used, and this force has also a downside on the lives of others. So with the angels, we also temper our joy and remember those who were killed through the liberation and action. We continue now with the Torah service, and the Torah service, of course, for a festival day like this one would include 2 readings from the Torah and some additional protocol. Because we have no Torah scroll in our home, all the Torah scrolls we have are in the synagogue and safely locked up in this lockdown. So therefore we will continue only to recite parts of the Torah reading, and we will hear some thoughts from Ian Mann about the Torah reading, which I think give us again a very insightful idea in how to interpret the ideas of the Torah. The Torah reading for today is a special one for Shabbat Chol HaMoed. It is taken from Parashat Ki Tisa. This is the parasha where we read about the golden calf, but also the second set of commandments of the tablets that are given to Moses, and the encounter of Moses with God, where Moses said, "Please, I want to see you." As much as the Israelites in the wilderness were desperate to have an idea of God, to see God, and to then, in a transgression, but also in a very understandable weakness, build the golden calf. Also Moses pleads to God that he wants to see God. In response, God allow Moses to see God's back. So not really the full glory of God, but the shade or some image, some reflection of God was granted to Moses to be seen. And then we also hear that God forgave the transgression of the Israelites of the molding the golden calf, which is such a beautiful image that we have a God who forgives. We have a God who is with us and who understands that in times of distress, in times of uncertainty, we may do things that are not asked from us. And hopefully together we will find ways to ask for forgiveness and then to see God's glory. We will hear first from our choir a short introduction to the Torah service. If you want to follow, the Torah service begins for a festival day on page 494. If you like, please follow in our Sidurim, page 494. I will later give you the page numbers for the reading of the Torah. 494. We hear when our choir will sing Av HaRachaman again, and contribution or in a praise of God as the source of mercy.
Hey
And together the blessing for the Torah study. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. We hear now from Ian Mann an interpretation or an insight into our Torah reading for this festival Shabbat.
In the opening chapter of this week's parasha, we have an enigmatic phrase with which Moses guides his brother Aaron. Moses tells the people that there's a sacrifice that they need to do in order to bring the presence of the Lord to them. Then Moses says to Aaron, come forward to the altar. Essentially what he's saying is, come closer, come here to the altar and sacrifice your purification offering and your burnt offering. We would expect Moses simply to say to Aaron, make your sacrifice. But instead, he's coaxing Aaron to stand closer to the altar, as if Aaron is hesitating about standing too close. The medieval commentator Rashi has an important insight into this verse. He reminds us that Aaron had previously sinned with the incident of the golden calf. He allowed, even advised the people to build the idol, possibly never believing that his ploy would not calm the people until Moses descended from the mountain. It was an awful miscalculation, and it led to awful consequences. When we think of leaders, we usually presume that they're self-confident, decisive, articulate, self-assured, possibly dogmatic, and straight-talking. Aaron, Rashi tells us, was ashamed that he let himself down and the people down. He was deeply ashamed. He felt unworthy, which is why he couldn't come close to the altar. He didn't believe that he was entitled to lead the people in worship because of his shame. Moses, in effect, tells him to come closer to the altar because he is a leader. It's only because you feel shame that you were chosen as a leader. Had he not felt shame, he would not be a leader. So many leaders in business are overconfident, self-assured, even dogmatic, and believe that that's what's desired in a leader. Real leaders, people whom others wish to follow, are people who feel shame, who are not self-assured, who are self-doubting, never quite sure they're good enough. After all, they made a bad investment decision, a bad hiring decision, a bad business partnership decision. Just because they feel shame is in fact what makes them a good leader. That's what this comes to teach us.
Thank you to Ian for these wonderful words. May you all live by them. I will now read for you from Parashat Ki Tisa, Exodus chapter 33, verse 12, and the following up to chapter 34, verse 9. And you will hear some familiar parts in the reading. I will do a combination of Hebrew and English. Please follow page 592 in the Plaut if you have the Plaut with you. Vayomer Moshe el Adonai ve'ata omenai ha'al et ha'am hazeh ve'ata lo hodatani et asher tishlach emi ve'ata hamata ידעתיך בשם וגם מצאת חן בעיניי ואתה עמנה מצאתי חן בעיניך הודיעני נא את דרכיך ואדעך למען אמצא חן בעיניך וראה כי עמך הגוי הזה, ואמר פניי אליכו, והניחותי לך, ויאמר אליו, אם אין פניך הולכים, אל תעלנו מזה, ובמה יוודע אפוא כי מצאתי חן בעיניך אני ועמך הלא בלכתך עמנו ונפלינו אני ועמך מכל העם אשר על פני האדמה. These verses 12 to 16, including 16, are actually a wonderful play. It's like a little bit of theater play, a dramatic play between Moses and the Eternal. As Moses said to the Eternal, see, you say to me, lead these people forward, but you have not made known to me whom you will send with me. Further, you have said, I have singled out you out by name, and you have indeed gained me my favor. Now, I have truly gained your favor. Pray, let me know your ways, that I may know you, and continue in your favor. Consider too that this nation is your people. And it continues. We have a little bit of back and forth, but of course, God agrees. In verse 17 it says, and the Eternal One said to Moses, I will also do this thing that you have asked, for you have truly gained my favor, and I have singled you out by name. He said, oh, let me behold your presence. And God answered, I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim before you the name eternal, and the grace that I grant, and compassion that I show. Continuing, but you cannot see my face, for a human being may not see me and live. And the Eternal said, see, there's a place near me. Station yourself in the rock, and as my presence pass by, I will put you in the cleft of the rock and shield you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will take my hand away, and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen. ויאמר אדוני אל משה, פסע לך שני לוחות אבנים כראשונים, וכתבתי על הלוחות את הדברים אשר היו על הלוחות הראשונים אשר שיבחת. והיה נכון לבוקר, ועלית בבוקר אל הר סיני, וניצבת לי שם על ראש ההר, ואיש לא יעלה עמך, וגם איש אל יראה בכל ההר, גם הצאן והבקר אל יראו אל מול ההר. Now comes the commandment by God to Moses to carve 2 tablets of stones like the first, and God will inscribe upon the tablets the words that were on the first tablets, which you, Moses, shattered. Be ready by the morning, and in the morning come up to the Mount Sinai and present yourself there to me, and on the top of the mountain, and no one is allowed to come with Moses, not even an animal, not even the flocks and the herds. And then Moses does what the Eternal asked him. He carves 2 tablets of stone like the first. ויפסל שני לוחות אבנים כראשונים סיני, כאשר ציווה אדוני אותו, ויקח בידו שני לוחות אבנים. וירד אדוני בענן, ויתייצב עמו שם, ויקרא בשם אדוני, ויבוא אדוני אל פניו, ויקרא אדוני, אדוני, רחום וחנון, ירח אפיים, ורב חסד ואמת, נוצא חסד לאלפים, נושא עוון ופשע וחטא, ונקה לא ינקה בוקט עוון עוון, על בנים ועל בני בנים, ועל שלישים ועל רביעים. וימהר משה ויקוד ארצה וישתחו, ויאמר אם נא מצאתי חן בעיניך אדוני, ילך נא אדוני בקרבנו, כי עם קשה עורפו, וסלחת לעווננו ולחטאתנו ונחלתנו. ויאמר הנה אנוכי כורת ברית נגד כל עמך אעשה נפלאות אשר לא נברא בכל הארץ בכל הגויים, וראה כל העם אשר אתה בקרבו, אין מעשה אדוני כי נורא הוא אשר אני עושה עמך. And this is this very beautiful encounter of Moses with the Eternal. And as you can see, Moses is really a spokesperson for his people, for God's people, by pointing out that this people need forgiveness, even they are a stiff-necked people. So we see that Moses is hidden in this rock, and God's hand shelters him. And perhaps this image is beautiful for us at this moment as we are in the lockdown. I hope you all can feel that God's hand, God is sheltering us so that we won't be affected by the disease. And may we see in our shelters the divine image, this divine spark giving us light in a darkened time. In verse 10, the concluding part which I read, God confirms the covenant God has made with God's people. God said, I hereby make a covenant before all your people. I will work such wonders as have not been wrought on all the earth or in any nation. And all the people who are with you, all people who are with you shall see how awesome are the eternal deeds which I will perform for you. May it be God's will that we will never run out of miracles we can witness done by the Eternal for us and for all people. page 499.
Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. You have enlightened this path with the wisdom of Torah, giving it to the Jewish people as their particular way. This Torah is a teaching of truth, whole and balanced, and from it comes eternal life for the people who embrace it. Blessed are you, merciful One, who gives this Torah to the Jewish people.
Amen. We continue with the blessing of all those people who are cursed by an illness and who hopefully will be restored to full strength of body and soul. Not only those who were affected by the coronavirus, but also all those who are battling with another disease, who are battling with cancer, those who have come out of an operation, those who have just affected by this coronavirus and by this crisis in their souls, and hopefully will also be restored to full strength of body and soul. Today we will read on page 511 the traditional prayer and then the Mishaberach by Debbie Friedman. Please join. I will leave a short space in between where you can think of those who are dear to you and who need now God's sheltering hand around them, surrounding them. Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rachel v'Leah hu yivarech et hacholim. הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם להחל עמהם ולרפאותם ולהחזיקם וישלח להם רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, השתה בגלה בזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן. מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu bekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. There is a special Thanksgiving blessing which is usually read when someone came out of a catastrophe, out of an accident, but even you are supposed to read it just when you have traveled the world and you are back at home. It is the Birkat HaGomel, and I would like to use it as a thanksgiving to all those who surround us in keeping this nation and our people and in every country the people safe and protected. I thank all the doctors, the nurses, the health workers, the social workers, the counselors, all of them, a big thank you for what they are doing in this time of distress. May the Eternal bless you and bestow upon you every goodness, so that you will be strengthened in your work, and that you also know we are thinking of you and we are grateful for everything you are doing to us. For us. We continue with the concluding part of our service. First, we will hear Etz Chaim by our choir as a concluding part of the Torah service, and then we will continue with the Aleinu on page 586. Please turn to page 586 for the Aleinu. Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה לארצי בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו, וגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אינות, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום השבותה, אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתעלינו. Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. The Eternal One will reign forever and ever.
ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
We will now recall those who were dear to us, who shaped our lives in so wonderful ways, and who are not physically with us, but still we can see their imprint on our souls. Still we can feel it. We can see, we can feel, we can imagine how we only can exist in this world because they opened the doors and the path for us. So today we remember Ensiv, grandmother of Tanya Applebaum, Graham Balcom, father of Cynthia Rosen, Kevin Quaid, son of Hazel Burns, Eric Sohn, father of Melanie Sohn, Abraham Edward Henry Talyard, father of Lydia de Beer and Gershon Talyard. We remember Boris Joffe, father of Benji Joffe. Recently passed away Detective Warrant Officer Deline Grobler-Konin, mourned by Marla and Jake Konin, and Mickey Isaacs, mother of Mark, Michelle and Ellen, and grandmother of Debbie and Louis Isaacs. We will hear now, as a little bit of a background music, Yesh Kochavim by the choir in the piano only version. We'll give you a short moment to think of those who were so important to you and to your lives. You also include the more than 100,000 people who have died through the corona pandemic, and we also include all those who have no one to say for them or to remember them on this day, on this Shabbat Chol HaMoed Pesach. Yesh Kochavim, there are stars up above, so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the star that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. Once again, we like to thank all of you who took part in the service. We thank all who contributed. We have Fiona, who read for us so beautiful the Shema. We had Carla and Elisa who were chanting for us the Ashrei. Chino and her family, Chino Mezi and her family, who were leading us in the Birkot HaShachar and gave us this beautiful idea that this world is filled with wonderful miracles that surround us every single day. And Ian Mann, who gave us some very important insight to today's Torah reading. Thank to all of you. And of course, thank you to our choir who were co-leading with us in their special way. I hope that by next week, perhaps we have a chance to get even a video of them performing for us. We're improving a little bit from week to week, and we have some more weeks to go. I wish you all a lot of strength in this journey. 2 announcements. One is Clayton will continue to do his coaching session through the COVID-19 pandemic. So if you want, please join him tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We will share the link in our BetaVid group and in our BetaVid WhatsApp group so that you can all join in the Zoom meeting with Clayton at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And those of you who haven't counted the Omer today, you still can do so. We have sent out this counting sheet for every single day. If you want to count, today is the second day of the Omer, Hayom Shnei Yamim LaOmer, and this evening after sunset, you can count then for the third day with the blessing. The counting sheet is on our website. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Chaim for being my co-leader already for so many weeks now. We're just past, I think, the fourth week of being at home, and we're looking forward to the next 2 weeks and whatever will happen there. We know that we can do that because we have such a strong community around us who support us, who guide us when we are a little bit challenged by all these difficulties of the technical equipment we have here. If you would have known that we will be in a lockdown, we will have perhaps organized a better microphone and some better speakers. But we're learning and we're growing and we're managing. So thank you all again for being with us on this Shabbat Chol HaMoed. The next service will be on for the festival evening on the 14th, Thursday the 14th at 6 o'clock. Also,
Wednesday.
No, Thursday 14th of April. I hope it's Thursday and not Wednesday. We'll have the link on our website. Sorry, when you're in lockdown, you forget actually which day it is. And we will, from there, lead the festival service. On the morning service, we will have a Yisco. All details will be sent out to you by email and, of course, in our WhatsApp and Facebook group. Thank you for being with us. Shabbat Shalom. And our choir will lead us in the Adon Olam on page 6 to 5. Please join the choir on page 6 to 5 for Adon Olam.
Adon Olam, Hashem alav, b'teren kol, Yetzer nivra, Yet nasa, b'chefzo kol, Hazai melech, Shemo nikra.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai